So there's a few things that I want to talk to you about today. You're going to do a little bit of revision and editing, so find a partner, get with them, and let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to read each section of the rubric with a partner and then read your drafts. What could you revise to move up on the rubric? If you are missing something on that introduction, go through what can you add to that to move up from an approaching standard to a meeting standard or a meeting standard to an exceeding standard. Next, I want you to highlight your intro, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion using the colors in the Schoology lesson. Make sure that those are there. Are you missing anything? Do you have enough explanation? Is your context long enough? Did you make sure that you have your introduced evidence, your evidence? Is everything in there correctly? Check through for that. Next thing you're going to do, what could you add to that explanation to help your reader better understand your topic sentence or your supporting claims? I know you already took some time to look at that explanation, but here's your last chance to really make sure. Delete any phrases that say this shows that or my evidence proves. Instead, just explain your evidence in your own words. Add details to help explain your topic sentence. Teach me, teach me, teach me. Next, your editing. This is super important. I don't want to get an essay that has all these grammatical errors and run-on sentences and you forgot to use your punctuation and capital letters, things like that. This is your chance to go through and check for those things. So make sure you do this. Use a partner to help you out. The first thing you're going to do is read each paragraph for this. Your punctuation, capitalization of proper nouns, fragments, and run-on sentences. I'll go more into that in a second, but this is just a start so you guys can see it in one place. Next thing you're going to do, highlight spots where your writing sounds choppy or it's too wordy. Rewrite some of those sentences so that you are varying sentence length, structure, and length. Next, do your sentences make sense? Ask your partner to read over your essay and provide you with feedback on what you can revise. I don't want to get a paragraph that I can't understand, I can't make sense of. You should be teaching me. So does it actually make sense? Am I going to read your writing and understand what you're talking about? Think about that as you're working through this. Okay, let's look at some of these things that I want you to read for. Let's start with punctuation. So this is something that I'm seeing a ton. You guys aren't punctuating correctly. That means that you don't have periods, you don't have commas, you don't have capital words. Let's look at this. We drink healthy water every day. We don't have anything to worry about. However, people in other places have to worry because they have to walk really far to get water, and the water they get is dirty. Where are your periods in this sentence, guys? So, first of all, capital letters. The beginning of sentences have to be a capital letter. So, we drink clean, healthy water every day. After that clean, I also need a comma right there because it's talking about the healthy water. So I need a comma right there. I need a period at the end of that sentence. The two W's at the beginning should be capital letters. We don't have anything to worry about. Again, another period. This person forgot that period. However, after the word however, you should have a comma. People in other places have to worry because they have to walk really far to get water. Again, there was a period that was missing here. The worst part is that the water they get is dirty. So here, I have several places where I needed to fix that. Next thing we're going to look at is the capitalization of proper nouns. Here's your list of what you should be capitalizing. Names of people. For example, Hirosh and Reniki. Names of people need to be capitalized. Geographical locations, Bangladesh, Seattle, Ireland. Religious terms like Judaism, Islam, Christianity. Names of places, the Grand Canyon, Robert Eagle Staff Middle School. People's titles, President Obama. Geez, I missed that guy. Languages, German, Spanish. Historical periods or events or even things, World War II. Here is an example of what I don't want to see. President Obama flew to Agra where they speak Braj Bharasha to visit the Taj Mahal. In the Taj Mahal, there is a mosque, and it's one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Dude, where's your capital letters? This is what I want to see. President Obama, capital P, capital O, Flew to Agra. Name of a place, capital letter. Where they speak Braj Bhasha. That is a language. That should be capitalized. To visit the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is a place. Should be capitalized. In the Taj Mahal, there's a mosque. A mosque is a religious term. That should be capitalized. And it's one of the new 7 wonders of the world. New 7 wonders of the world, that's a historical thing. Please capitalize those. Go through really quick. Punctuate. Capitalize your words of proper nouns. Take a pause here. Work with your partner. Get this done. Come back when you're done. All right, next. Run-on sentences. Come on, guys. You got to tell me when to breathe, remember? If you're running on your sentences, I don't know when I'm supposed to breathe, and then it's really hard for me to understand what you're talking about. So look at the sentence. People in Bangladesh only have access to toxic drinking water, and when drinking dirty water, you can get diarrheal disease. Then you lose salt and water that you need to survive, and children mostly are affected by this and are the most likely to die. That was a mouthful. I need periods here. I need this to be in shorter sentences. Let's look at what that looks like. People in Bangladesh only have access to toxic drinking water. Period. Take a breath. When they drink dirty water, they can get diarrheal disease. Period. Take another breath. This causes people to lose salt and water that you need to survive. Period. Take another breath. Children are mostly affected by this disease and are the most likely to die. So I have several periods in here. I bet I could have changed some of this so that I didn't have as many periods. Like people in Bangladesh only have access to toxic drinking water, and when they drink dirty water, they can get diarrheal disease. So if I change this right here and just said and, that is fine. That is an okay sentence. I'm putting 2 clauses together, 2 ideas together, and separating them by an and. So you can either choose to have a period or an and, but this way you're having lots of different types of sentences. So I would like you to think about how you can add some of those into your sentence, into your essay. Let's look at fragments. So with our fragments, we have to make sure that we have a subject and a verb. Risk their lives every day from just taking 1 sip of water. Dude, who? Who risks their lives every day from just taking 1 sip of water? Well, in this case, people in Chad risk their lives every day from just taking 1 sip of water. Go through, check for these things. Where do you have run-on sentences? Where do you have fragments? What can you do to edit these things? Read this over with a partner. Read it out loud. I beg you. Make sure that these things are not there. Take a pause real quick. Go through, edit for this, and come back. All right. Last but not least, evidence. This is a biggie. Your evidence. Don't forget to use the quotes. I already told you that, and you guys still are not using this correctly. I'm seeing things like this. Recently, changes in climate change, so I'm not going to read this to you, but look at this example really quick. There is a big mistake right here. You're forgetting your quotes. You're forgetting your parentheses with the name, and the period should be over here, right? So I'm saying this sometimes, where you forget the source entirely. I'm seeing this, where there is actually this big space between your quotes and that first letter, and here the period should be over here. So you need to take a look at that. This is what it should actually look like. I have my quote right next to that word. At the end, I have the quote right at the end of the word. My author's last name is in parentheses at the end, and the period goes right here. Please go through right now. I want you to make sure that you have all of this done, that all 3 pieces of your evidence, or maybe 4 if you have anything in your introduction, looks like this. Go through, check it out, make sure it's there, and then go through this checklist again. Make sure that it's all done and that your evidence has it going on. Okay, good luck.